Hey,
Are y'all
Doe.
ready? Y'all ready?
Doe, it could be worse. You could get a role as a love interest for a dude, kiss him, and then have it get cut out of the show.
Jeez.
That is absolutely worse, Big Irish J.
I stand topped in that situation.
Get your weekly dose of R&R.
What up, y'all? This is your boy, Doughboy.
And Kev on stage, and various white people have joined us to atone for Joe Exotic's sins.
This is another installment of Started Off to the Front.
Righteous and ratchet and righteous and ratchet.
Quarantine, and we can go outside. The song is different with quarantine.
Yeah, they don't really go like that.
It's all good.
And with white people.
Before we even get started, we have to give a special shout out to the Right Pack. They are watching right now. We're shooting this, what is it, Kev, Tuesday?
Today, Tuesday.
And this ain't going to air till Wednesday, but they watching live right now. You get a bunch of other exclusive content shows like Slept On, Love Hour After Dark, the Gonzi Tapes, a bunch of stuff. You can join all the fun for $5 a month. Go to KevOnStageStudios.com and join the fun. What are we talking about today, guys?
We are talking about Tiger King. If you have not watched this is the Tiger King. Look at Big Irish J's background. Tiger King is a 7-part documentary on white peopling to the max.
That's an extreme version, though.
Yeah,
that's what happens when you don't have mountains. That's Oklahoma. They just got room to roam.
This is like the white version of the Michael Vick story.
Yeah. I think that white people watch this the same way that black people watch that Leprechaun I Want the Gold video.
Trinidad James? You talking about Trinidad James?
You're like, listen, I'm not saying this isn't us, but it's only a small part of us. It's not all of us.
Oh, man.
If you're unaware, first of all, let me introduce, with the Tiger King background, we have Big Irish J, my co-host on Aska. With the blue background and the hat, we have Dustin Nickerson. What does it say behind you, Dustin?
Don't make me come back there. Funny podcast about family. You've been on it. Trevor.
Yeah, Dustin Nickerson.
I have been on it.
Yeah.
And at the bottom with the porn stash, we have Trevor Wallace, master internetier, master comedian.
You see it?
I'm just so proud of him. Trevor used to work with us at ADD, and he's totally killing right now. And it was my idea to get these white comedians to explain what's going on with their boy, Joe Exotic. So quick rundown. I feel like we should just start from the beginning. And since we're on Zoom and it's 5 of us, let's try not to talk over each other more than we usually do. First thoughts, what made you even watch? Actually, let's go back. First thoughts when you turned on Tiger King, because they don't waste no time.
They got right into it. The cool thing about this, I had zero level of expectation going into this, and I was thoroughly entertained throughout the entire thing. And it felt like a movie that was placed in a documentary setting. It was...
Yeah, it didn't feel real. None of it felt... like every 5 minutes, I'd be like, this is real. This is real life.
Right.
We live in the same states as these people.
If you tried to get that movie made, you turn in that script, they'd be like, this is too unrealistic.
It's real. I'm going to tell you, my first basic thought was, people be owning tigers like this?
Also,
what are y'all doing with tigers, bro?
Tyson had tigers. You don't remember Tyson had tigers?
Bro, but Tyson had a tiger, 2 top. This dude had, Joe Exotic had 227 big cats that would paw your head off. He was like, yeah, we be having tigers, cuz it's whatever.
Hey, you want to hear something crazy? So I love documentaries. So I actually knew about this probably about 2 weeks before it came out on Netflix. I saw the trailer. I told my buddy, I was like, I don't know what this is going to turn out to be, but we got to see this. And I was showing somebody the trailer, and they were like, this is like a joke, right? This is like a mockumentary. I was like, oh no, it's legit. And it reminds me of, did you guys see the documentary Tickle?
Nah.
Okay.
I missed
Put that on your next.
What is that about?
All I'll tell you is when you watch it, know that it is not a joke. It's all legit, and it's another white people being crazy documentary. It's involving an underground tickle community.
A tickle community?
Dude, I'm telling you, it's as crazy or more bizarre as Joe Exotic. But,
Hold on. Underground tickle community.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
I'm telling you.
Yeah, you've been in Arizona too long. You need to get back here.
Yeah. That's not to be confused with the above ground mainstream tickle community.
Why you got to be underground?
Yeah, exactly.
Why can't I get tickled on a playground?
But this is the machine of tickle communities here.
I don't want to get off track on the Joe Exotic thing, but just a couple things on it. Like, there was a dude that was paying like in-shaped guys to be on film getting tickled, and they pass around these videos, and it got almost like intimidation and stuff like this. This dude lost his job because this guy sent a video of him getting tickled. He was like a high school wrestling coach.
Dude, you've been tickling the boys again? Let me see your fingers. Why are they so soft?
It's crazy.
So my thing was this. I watched this because everybody was talking about it on Twitter, and that's usually how I'd be like, all right, if this many people are talking about it, it does feel like a Danny McBride episode of
That's how somebody said it was like Kenny Powers if it was somebody, and that's what hooked me.
Yeah. So I just want to start in order. Joe Exotic is a gun-toting, self-proclaimed redneck Republican. He has
also gay,
married to two separate men who were like, I'm not even gay, bro. I just wanted the meth. I didn't really sign up for the
Meth and the Tigers.
Yeah, the Meth and the Tigers. Yeah. Like the one gay husband left him and then immediately married a woman. Was like, bro, I ain't had nowhere to live. Like
the whole time.
He was smashing the assistant.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
The assistant's like, wait, you're not. And then he's like, nah.
Didn't one of them get someone pregnant right away?
Yeah,
he got the
assistant got pregnant.
They were being reckless all over.
Bruh. Mind you, he had a I don't know what the opposite of a tramp stamp is. The tramp stamp goes in the back. He had a front tramp stamp that said property of Joe Exotic and was having sex with a heterosexual woman all at once. Yeah. And then his other husband just basically wanted to smoke meth and ride four-wheelers. And then he killed himself on camera.
That was wild.
And wasn't even the weirdest thing about the documentary.
No, you forget about that.
Something that's crazy is I did a video, one of our daily videos or whatever that you do about this thing, and this girl that follows me hit me up. Her roommate is the sister of the dude that killed himself.
Wait, what?
Roommate?
Her roommate is the sister of that guy.
Travis Maldonado's sister?
Yes, yes. And so I'll tell you a bit of off stage. I mean off camera, because I don't know how much she wants me to put that business out there, but. Yeah, and for those watching this, the him killing himself on camera, you don't see it. It's
kinda.
He's off camera. You see like the
gun flash.
I will say that's the best security cam footage I have ever seen in my life.
Right.
Yeah, it was completely clear. Like
the campaign manager.
That's why I don't know how much Hollywood produces it. The camera was solid. You saw the flash.
Right.
I'm skeptical of all that stuff because working on some TV sets, you see how produced it is, and you're like, "Is this nothing was planted?
Nothing was planned." So he has an arch nemesis in this documentary. And by the way, Doughboy has a carbon monoxide alarm going off. That's why he's on mute.
Yeah, so I'm just muting and going back in and out when I got to talk.
Okay.
Take care of that though. Maybe don't.
Nah, Carol Baskin.
He's like, I've been doing planks. I can handle it.
So Carol Baskin is Joe Exotic's arch nemesis. Here's the funny thing about it. Carol Baskin was doing the same thing as Joe Exotic with the tiger. She's literally doing the same thing, but she got PETA and all her animal rights group. And basically, it's a perfect example of he who has the most social media followers wins the battle. She had millions. Big Cat Rescue. Her tigers look they were getting treated worse than Joe Exotic's tigers.
And then her husband came up missing and didn't nobody know where he was.
Bro.
And the new dude married her. 0 questions. He be taking pictures on the beach with the leash around, and I'm like, that's not a sign that she might kill people, is already owning a human leash?
I mean, dude, when I was watching it, it was like midway into the second episode, and Joe Exotic was like, and by the way, Carol's husband went missing, and we think she fed him to the tigers. I was like, yo, white people, what are y'all on today?
Crazy.
What are y'all on? Like, how do you just have your husband missing and then just go on about life? Like, oh yeah, I used to have a husband. Tiger lunch. Anyway, opening up a bigger.
That laugh is the creepiest part about her.
Oh my
God, dude.
She's got like that Hillary laugh at all the wrong times.
Yeah.
You can't
I love her PSA where she's in that cage going, tigers don't want to be in cages. Animals shouldn't be in cages. And then the next scene is a tiger in a cage on her property.
The editing in it was hilarious. I'll say that. One of my favorite parts is when the guy goes, Doc goes, you can feed him for about 10 grand a year. Cuts to Joe, you can feed him for 3 grand a year.
Bro, and how was they getting the old meat?
No, he had packs of hot dogs from Walmart. Like, bro, you cannot feed tigers hot dogs and lunch meat. These are wild animals.
Oh, they weren't just feeding the tigers; they were feeding themselves off the truck.
Oh yeah, they would go
first
grab
dibs if you worked there.
Oh, they was putting that old, when he opened the pizza shop, they was putting the old meat on the pizzas.
Can you imagine old warm meat because the truck didn't have a freezer. It was just warm meat coming off the back of a truck. And they were like, we had nice cuts of steak, nice ribs.
They were excited. He was like, yo, he let me get up in there first and get what I like to get. You know, the tigers get the rest.
They had neighborhood cats in there, pets.
No, guys,
don't act like it's the same food that's served at country clubs. You know it. You know.
People are feeding their personal dog and cat more than Joe Exotic was paying to feed a full-grown Bengal tiger. Walmart lunch meat.
It was a big 700-pound tiger, and they're trying to feed it with a baby bottle. It's like, what are you doing? And then the girl was sitting there with a whole hand missing, like her hand wasn't gone.
Oh, dude. That girl.
My
was the
favorite
first, I think when I was watching, I was like, wait, what's going on here?
Yeah.
That was my favorite thing is as they introduced somebody new, everybody was missing something. It had the lady had no arm, one dude had no legs, other guy had 2 teeth. And I was like, you have to combine like 3 people to get one whole person.
I love where they placed her up. They're like, all right, we got a dumpster over here and an old Chevy Cutlass.
Yeah.
This is a perfect set for you. Sit right here. Prop the nub up. All right, let me.
They never showed the nub, though. At first, they were punched in, and then they were like, worker gets arm bit off. And the next time they come back, she was like, it was me. You know, they got me with the little nubby nub. You understand me? I was out here, you know. I was like, I got to be back to work on Tuesday. She came back to work within a week. She like, listen, it's my fault. The tiger bit my arm. I shouldn't have been. And the nub was ashy. First of all, rub some lotion on the nub. The nub was cracked. The nub was ashy. She was like, it's my fault. I'm in there with the tigers. You understand me?
It looked like a tiger paw.
I should have been eating bologna the night before. I know it was my fault.
And then she was back to work like the next couple of days, like heal up. Like
they could have fixed it.
2 days later.
They're like, we can fix this. It'll take like 2 years rehabilitation, or we can just cut it off. She's like,
chop it off.
Yeah, I got a shift at 7.
I bet they fed that to the tigers. That was
when they alerted everybody in the gift shop, or Joe did, he put on his EMT jacket and was like, everybody relax. Tiger just got bitten off.
No, Trev.
30% off.
Trev, he was like, just want to let y'all know before you hear it on the news,
Hold
a
up.
tiger did bite somebody's arm off. So if you want like a refund or whatever, I guess.
Or come back.
Hey, but Kev, I got a serious question. Do you want to erase your credit card bills? A credit card consolidation loan from my friends at Lightstream can help you mark them paid in full. Now listen to this. Lightstream believes that people with good credit deserve a better loan experience, and that's exactly what they deliver. Quickly roll balances from multiple credit cards into one single monthly loan payment. Lightstream's credit card consolidation loans have raised from just 5.95% APR with autopay, and there are absolutely no fees. You can even get your money as soon as the day that you apply. Now listen this. Just for our listeners, apply now to get an additional interest rate discount to save even more. The only way to get this discount is to go to lightstream.com/RR.
R&R.
That's lightstream.com/RR
R&R.
for an additional discount. lightstream.com/RR.
R&R.
Subject to credit approval. Rate includes 0.50% autopay discount. Terms and conditions apply, and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/RR for more information. Going back to mute. Let's go.
So, Doughboy, are you having a carbon monoxide leak?
Yeah.
He just needs the battery in his fire alarm.
I think it might just be the battery. Tony just called maintenance, so they're about to come up right now and fix it. So I'm just.
You don't have batteries?
I don't know what it is. It just started tripping all out the blue. I was just like, I don't know. So I don't smell no carbon monoxide though. But they're coming up to fix it.
My question is to you, white men. Were you guys embarrassed when y'all saw this? Or you're like, oh, come on, man.
America did what America does best. We take people that's what we did with Bad Baby. We take them and then we just make them famous. If Joe wasn't in jail, he'd be on Good Morning America right now. He would be hosting clubs in Oklahoma. We kind of just we focus in on one person and we're like, you're a trashy person, but also we want you to be famous.
Yeah.
And then we get mad when they're famous. We're like, see, why are these people famous? Like we retweeted them. We did that. We made them relevant.
Yeah.
But this
Dustin,
was the
hold
part
on, let
about
the whites talk though. I'm sorry.
I was going to say you also have to understand as the whites, we also don't claim them.
Oh nah, that's y'all boy. Don't try to distance yourself from him. Nah, that is y'all people. Wasn't no black people in that whole documentary. Black people being Oklahoma, they was like, bro, we don't be over there with no Joe Exotic.
There was. You know who was in there that was black?
Who?
Shaquille O'Neal.
O'Neal.
Wow,
Who did free
Shaq
spokesman
was in
work for him? He was giving him free press. Shaq was all over that.
Oh, my boy Joe Exotic. You know, we homies, you know.
Yeah, no, we got a couple tigers from Joe. We got a couple. I was sitting there watching it, like, because, none of us, we're all, stand-ups, like, we're not working right now. And I was all sad that I wasn't working the road. And then I watched that documentary. I was like, okay, I don't miss all of the road. Because I've done shows for people, I'm sure, that went to that zoo that day and then caught me doing 45 on the Late Show with the Looney Bin. I didn't miss all of the road. So I do claim those people. Absolutely.
Oh, bruh.
I would like to say that the other, I have two podcasts. One is Don't Make Me Come Back There, and the other is called Let the Whites Talk. If you want to check that out. That's actually my catchphrase. Let the whites talk.
So listen, I was like, let me tell you something. That documentary, there's two White People Be Crazy documentaries. What was the one, Doe, you told me about where the lady let their kid go with the man who stole the daughter?
I forgot. I totally forgot the name of it.
Was it Abducted in Plain Sight or something?
Abducted in Plain Sight.
Yeah.
Man, so that was my previous Guinness, my personal Guinness Book of World Records for most white people are crazy said in a viewing. Joe Exotic blew that off the Richter scale. This man was so petty. Every day, Carol Baskin killed her husband. First of all,
music video.
The music video.
You know that wasn't him. All that music wasn't him. He hired a band. I just read it. There was a group that he hired for all that music. So he's just lip syncing.
Legend.
Wait,
yeah, I mean,
what? Are you
can't have
kidding
that
me?
many missing teeth and still hit that many octaves, you know?
Yo, so when Joe Exotic's husband killed himself, right? And then 2 months later, he was married to another dude, and he invited his husband's mom to the new wedding.
Only
and she
her.
came.
Only her. Nobody else. It was only her.
Yo, whose man is this, man? Like, who?
No exotic.
No Exotics man. That's exactly it.
But what about the first wedding where all three of them got married and he just went down the line with the kisses?
And they even
Didn't he
had like,
perform at the funeral too? He performed.
yes.
Right.
Like, you know, I'll make you grieve better with this. My hit single, here, kitty, kitty. The man did everything. He did it all.
The dude ran for president and then ran for governor with
How do
the
you
Tiger
even do
money.
that? How is
And,
that even a possible thing just to just go and run for president?
yeah.
Oklahoma.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. We say that like, you know, when you're like, oh, we don't claim them. Listen, 1 in 5 people in Oklahoma voted for him. He got 20. That means one of us right here is probably Jay, who voted for him. Like, looked at all the candidates and go, Joe Exotic, that's the man that can run our state. Like,
Listen, when they interviewed the people, they were like, listen, man, he says what he means. I was like, bro, that you have to have more than that.
That's what every person who gets interviewed about a politician says. He speaks the truth.
It's literally all it takes. He says what he means, but he also feeds tigers cold hot dogs. But he told you.
He gave me a condom. So
with his face on.
How is that even a nice promotional tool, handing out condoms with your face on it? How does that even get you a vote? Like, yeah, you gave me a condom, you got to vote now. How does that even work?
Because he wanted to be like, you're screwed if I get elected. So
Yeah.
let me give you this condom so you're set.
Oh, so good.
The messed up part was, like, I feel like they low-key villainized him. I don't feel like there were no good people in this. I feel like they were all crooked in their own.
Let me tell you what's
The lady, the
ridiculous
nub
about
lady.
this. No. The Mario dude, the drug dealer who was based off Tony Montana.
Oh,
guy,
yeah.
And they were like, did you kill a federal agent? And he was like, I ain't kill him, but one of my boys did, and I'm the man, so they're going to blame me, so I'm not going to act like it wasn't me. He was in that documentary, and he looked like the most normal person in it. I was like, oh, well, I mean, if a DEA agent dies on your property, they're going to blame you. He was like, he didn't even deny it. He was like, man, it's whatever. He died at my house, so I guess I might as well take it. And then he just went to jail and came back, and he was the least crazy of all the people featured.
He made the doctor look normal. What was that dude? Doc
Anno, who was also had like 5 girlfriends or wives.
He had, not going to say it because I don't know how clean this podcast is, but H-03F. You see that picture of him in the limo? He had all the girls like this.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, and the one dude, the one guy, Jeff, is that his name? That he was the one that came in later with the money.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
He talked about his girl's pregnant. They're going to get a hot nanny. He's been posting a picture of the nanny. It happened. And she's hot.
Bro, the dude, the Doc Anno. Okay, actually, 2 things. One of the most ridiculous things ever is the dudes for Joe they lived on trailers on the park. And they're like, how much you get paid? It was like $108 a week. I was like, bro, to feed tigers?
And 17-hour days.
18-hour days.
Yeah.
I got me a trailer with no AC, warm old Walmart meat, and $108.17. And
a little bit of that.
Meth. The meth, they couldn't talk about on the documentary. The amount of meth had to be part of their compensation package. The way we're like, I got, 2 weeks PTO and 401k. He's like, look, I'm going to give you $108, but all the meth you can smoke and all the warm Walmart meat you can eat. They're like, sign me up right here on the dotted line. Listen to me. I can't wait to eat warm Walmart meat and feed tiger. I'm not trying to eat tiger lunch.
The one who made out the best was the last boyfriend or husband, the last husband. When Joe's in jail, He's sitting there rolling in a new ride.
Yeah,
And
the
he's just like,
Camaro.
oh, yeah, man, it sucks. I really miss you, too. All right, I'm out.
No, the messed up part about Joe, though, Joe thought he was going to evade capture from the feds by simply getting a new cell phone. He's like, oh, I got a new cell phone. They'll be none the wiser. No, they're still coming to get you, bro.
They'll never track down my tiger farm.
No, boy. No, boy. He posted pictures of Florida like, love Belize, love Belize.
Just to throw him off the trail.
They were like, bro, this is geotagged to Florida. No, man, I'm in Belize.
He took a picture that says, welcome to Florida.
Yeah.
Belize is great.
That showed just how like deep cultured white people there were there, because then they cut to that one guy and he's like, nah, that's Florida water. Like, he just knew it. He looked at an ocean, he's like, nah, that's Florida. I know Florida. That's the only place I ever go on vacation. That's Florida.
Flock for freedom is Florida.
Who can look at an ocean and be like, definitely Florida? Actually, you know what? That's right outside of Tampa. I know. I've been to that spot.
Oh, my God.
I know Florida water when I see Florida water. Like,
Exactly. What kind of statement is that? It's the same ocean.
Dude, I lived in Tampa for a year, and it's that actual county, Hillsborough County, and it is exactly how it's portrayed.
I think it's probably covered in people still going to the beach right now. It's
The other thing, so the craziest thing, after Joe did all these threats about Carol Baskin, he really was like, all right, bro, go kill her. And he gave the dude $3,000. And I was like, bro, a human life is only worth $3,000?
He didn't do it, man. He was set up. He didn't do that.
he asked for 5. He's like, let me get 5. He was like,
don't buy it, man.
I will gladly pay you Thursday for a murder today.
Did you like when they cut to Doc and Doc had to like kind of act like he didn't know how much it cost? He's like, no, that cost you 30, 50, I mean, maybe $100,000. Not that I've looked into it. He like knew the numbers. He's like, I can get a guy for 75.
Doc probably has an app like Uber, like Killer Man. You don't even have to go to Tampa. You can hire someone in Tampa. It's kind of like, TaskRabbit for death. You hire somebody, you don't even have to pay mileage, gas, none of that. They'll kill him the same day.
Yeah.
yo, what about the part when Carol had the situation? She's doing all these things for animal rights, and then they show her people, and they had the dead bunny rabbits.
Bro.
Oh, man.
It's crazy. None of them, they said that at the end, like, because I actually think the one normal person in there was the campaign manager.
Oh, yeah.
I was stressing.
Yeah, he was.
Somebody on Twitter took a video of him hitting his vape, and it's like he lets out this little sigh before he does it. He's just like, it was the worst day ever. And it's this little soft cry for help, and it is.
But he's so funny. But he remember there at the end, he was like, none of these people helped animals. That's what your point. Like, none of them are in it. They're all their money, the followers, man. It's crazy.
You know what's crazy though? Like Joe Exotic, he don't even act like he's better than what he is. Like, you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
Carol's actually worse because she acts like she's something she's not. She's doing the same.
Worse.
She had hundreds of. She wasn't even paying people nothing. At least Joe's people got meth, warm meat, and a trailer.
Yeah.
They had to be with her for 3 years to get a purple shirt. Girl, are you crazy?
It's crazy.
She was foul. She was the worst of them all. And I really feel like they set Joe up, man. I don't think that he did.
Jeff absolutely set Joe up.
Oh, yeah.
The funniest thing when he was like, I'm going to build me a zoo. Come on down and help me. And the guy came, he was like, all right, you build the zoo. I'll be doing something else.
Come help me.
Yeah, when you think about how many people are like taking advantage of, and it reminds you of when you hear about how many patrons Kev on Stage has. You know, you just...
Yo, dude really pulled up in a dang near repossessed Ferrari trying to flex. Like, yeah, I'm out here, you heard?
Yeah.
Yo!
Sold
No more! He was smuggling baby tigers into Vegas hotels in a suitcase.
Put him in a Toomey. He put a tiger in a Toomey. He put a tiger in a Toomey and rolled him in. Just roll it down. Could you imagine walking past somebody with a suitcase and you in your bag, brother.
Yo, Toomey probably would be like, sir, these are like for clothes and stuff, like, you know, razors. You're not supposed to put live animals, although they're durable. Get you a Toomey. A baby tiger was transported safely to a Vegas. So the funniest thing was when Carol was like, you know, we tried to get the politicians to pass the bill, but they had already taken the pictures with the baby tigers.
Yeah.
She's the worst. I think I hated her more than Joe Exotic just because.
No, but hold on. But let me make this point, though. This is a very, very important point. When I had heard that at Paint Your Life, you could have an original painting by a world-class artist done by hand from a photo, I thought, what a great idea. There is nothing like a hand-painted portrait. Now, y'all see this picture behind me as I stand here right now? That was an actual picture. I sent it over to them. They made it into a whole portrait. I put it in my room. So when I sit at my desk, I look at greatness, which is me and be inspired. It's a whole thing. I love it. But listen to this. Choose from a team of world-class artists and work with them until every detail is perfect. User-friendly platform lets you order a custom-made, hand-painted portrait in less than 5 minutes. Send any picture, yourself, your children, family, a special place, or a cherished pet, or combine photos. Makes the perfect birthday, anniversary, or Valentine's Day gift. Meaningful, personal, and can be cherished forever. Now listen to this. At Paint Your Life, there's no risk. If you don't love the final painting, your money is refunded, guaranteed. And right now, as a limited time offer, get 30% off your painting. That's right, 30% off and free shipping. To get this special offer, text the word RR.
R&R.
To 64-000. That's RR.
R&R.
To 64-000. Text RR.
R&R.
To 64-000. Paint Your Life. Celebrate the moments that matter most. All right, go ahead.
They actually painted about 3 paintings in the time it took to do that ad.
Yo, it's funny. As soon as you started, though, I looked up and we all were like, yeah. So, yeah. Check it out.
I filed my taxes.
Bro, I don't know if this documentary would have been as interesting if I wasn't stuck in the house. But when I tell you,
it wasn't for quarantine. Do you think
it was so me and my wife were watching it till like it was so hard to turn off. Like at 1 o'clock in the morning, it was like, and by the way, Carol Baskin's husband did disappear, and I'm like, yo, what?
Yeah.
So you know, there's people who believe she didn't kill him. Remember, the lawyer was like, nobody knows how much money Don really has. Word on the street is he's living in South America with his girlfriend, and he faked his death. And I was like, just what we need.
Bro, the fact that she had control of all the money and was just bleeding all the accounts, I was just like, this woman is crazy. I feel like she's the real criminal in this whole thing. Like,
bro, she took Joe's mama house.
I know.
And they were terrified of her. Like her mother-in-law, her sister-in-law, her stepdaughters, they were all like, oh, no, we're scared of Carol. Like, yeah, put it out there.
And bro, Joe was making videos every day threatening to kill her. She was never bothered at all. She was riding her bike like, I'm outside though, pull up though. I was just like, Carol is a whole gangster.
Carol was like, and her, first of all, these people are, the way they dress. Carol's like, hey there, big cats and kittens. Well, down there, Big Cat Rescue, we just fed the tiger. The tiger's like, please let me out. My head got stuck in the cage. We're not safe here. I'd rather have Joe Exotic. At least he has freshly warm Walmart meat from time to time. I was like, yo, none of these people are good. And the dude, Doc, had a freaking elephant, and he wouldn't let his worker girl, he had like a sex cult. They were like, I was there when I was 19. He made me get new boobs because they all had new boobs. I was like,
whoa.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. He like didn't directly say it. She's like, but, you know, and she like looked down. I was like, I didn't get him, but, you know.
He was going from tigers to some puppies.
Yeah.
All right.
Balance the glass of
No,
milk.
this is the crazy part.
Jay's working, everybody.
Jay's out here.
Hey. Jay's trying to get booked in South Carolina.
Bro, the crazy thing was at the end when they were putting up facts and stuff, the fact that there are more lions and tigers being owned by people than out in the
US.
Is crazy.
Yeah.
And then they said people would call up, they'd be like, they were selling the tigers. Then people would end up calling like, "Hey man, come get this 700-pound cat out of here, man. I don't know what I'm doing." That is crazy.
If you look though on the list of places Joe sold tigers to, it was like listed that he sold them to zoos in America.
Oh yeah. I mean, before the show, how much you think a tiger realistically would have? If somebody asked you how much for a tiger,
I would have said like 50 or 60 grand.
Yeah.
They were like, I'll give you a tiger for $2,000 and 8 packs of warm Walmart meat. Do you have anything left over? Because the warm Walmart meat just blew my mind because the dude was like, listen, let me let you know a little secret. If you grab some meat from Walmart, okay, take it to the front. Don't buy it. They can't put it back. What's that? Dinner. And that's how I live.
It was like a white trash stock tip. Like, hey man, I got some insider info that you're gonna want right here, man.
It was just like,
I wonder how many people go to the register and drop their meat on the ground and be like, oops, guess nobody can buy this. I'll just take it home for supper.
I know.
Bologna for all 7 of us.
how do you find that information out? And why are you like, oh, expired meat? Yes. Pay me in expired meat.
You sell meth to the cashiers at Walmart. That's how
Oh, Joe was moving this, bro. Let me tell you what. I know a bad person because prior to this documentary, I would have absolutely flexed on the gram petting a baby tiger.
Oh, yeah.
110%. If I would have known that this existed, I would have been like, oh, bro, I'm the eye of the tiger. I would have had some funny caption. And then I was like, watching this, I was like, oh, this is like the redneck version of Blackfish.
It really is.
I'll tell you, man, SeaWorld is glad this came out. SeaWorld, this took a
Got the
lot
heat off their back.
of heat off SeaWorld, man.
SeaWorld is like, now this ain't how you treat animals. At least ours could do tricks. They was waving and stuff. You see any tigers waving? Do you?
Look how big this tank is. Look out, they get fresh Walmart meat here.
Yo, it was crazy when they're like, Joe, what happened to the tigers? He was like, we found tiger skulls in the ground. He was like, of course I euthanized them. You think tigers live forever? You can't shoot a tiger in the forehead and call it euthanizing.
He's like, that's what I call my
word threw me off a little bit. Yeah.
That was crazy when they said like that there was rumored that Doc was like cremating him. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's crazy. But
Doc,
Doc, I feel like maybe you're gonna say I feel like they're all crazy, but I feel like Doc is like the smartest of them. Like,
of course.
Not in a good way, but in
Listen, though, Dustin, of all the crazy, only Joe Exotic even paid his employees. He was the only one that actually paid people $108 in warm meat. Doc ain't. He paid them in peeing. Girl, what you want? Money? He said he was training them like they just get to go work somewhere else. These girls, some of these women are like 50 years old. You're not training. You can't. Where are you gonna go work?
And what is going on in life where you just go to work for somebody with wild animals that don't seemingly have no experience? Like, he didn't go to school. He wasn't trained. He just liked cats. He's like, yeah. And then he got mad at the girl for getting her hand bit off. He was like, I told her quit putting her hand in the game. It's not her fault. It's the tiger's fault.
Oh.
Yo, this is a thing, man. I'm telling you. And I want you whites to answer for this. Why do white people think they can do anything? Because they really just did stuff. They was like, hey, and I dare you to take these tigers. You come in here, it's going to be Waco, Texas over here.
That's why we do it, because like you said, like you're like, oh man, you feel like you can do anything. Well, they did, and Doc's still going. Doc was on Theo Fahn's podcast yesterday. Doc's having
really?
Yeah. Like, this isn't.
You guys know Doc's son has like 2 million followers on Instagram from just having pictures of a tiger.
Yeah. This is.
Really?
Are you kidding me?
Being like, me and tigers, 2 mil.
Yeah.
Let me find it. He's like hopping on the gram.
I just saw a picture. Doc was in the background of a music video with Britney Spears. You see him?
He got her the tigers.
Yeah.
Business is probably booming for Doc in South Carolina.
Yeah.
I might go. I'm not gonna take no pictures, but I'm gonna fire one off in the group chat. Here's the other thing that's crazy. You know that pizza they were making with the warm meat? Do you think they were selling that to customers?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes.
I forgot about the
Absolutely.
And dude, and some of them were like, I don't know if it was the employees, but some of the people were like, this is the best pizza I ever had. Joe can cook.
with the warm Walmart meat on top of it. This how you know that Joe Exotic had a little bit of hood in him, though. Because when them indictments started to come down, he grabbed a couple of them cats and started selling them on the low. Like, man, give me 1,500. You can get it right now.
Oh,
He
man.
hit the road, the open road with them dogs. Like, I would just get a burner phone and put up some pictures. They'll be none the wiser.
Yo, Dopo, you said this earlier, but it's funny enough to repeat. Joe Exotic was like, I'll beat the feds. This is my old phone. Nope. New phone. They'll never find me.
Now I'll start my life over. Get in the cell. Get in the cell,
But
Joseph.
no, he just went to another part of Oklahoma. He didn't even leave.
He didn't even think out the plan. He was just like, they ain't gonna be able to catch me over here. Get in the cell, stupid.
How many
Then he was
times-
talking like, I testified myself. I feel good. I think I'm gonna get out tomorrow. Oh no, they're not gonna let me out 22 years.
He tried though, man, because how many times did he burn something? I felt like there were like 5 times where he burned some evidence.
Oh, he 100% burnt the alligator the alligator studio.
Alligators.
That was wild.
That
He
was
absolutely burned that.
You think Joe did?
Yeah,
yeah.
he was like, oh, you want to make a reality show about me? I thought this was my stuff. Wait, you own it? No one owns it now. But the alligators, what about the alligator? He said the burnt alligators to
Not
the
an
tiger.
alligator farm.
It's like, who wants barbecue? We got barbecue alligator.
Also, it was
Got
so
something
funny
to
that
put
they
on
were
the
so
pizza.
casual about the alligators. Like, oh yeah, we got gators in the bag just to in case more tigers.
And like 15 alligators got killed. They gave them like 5 minutes in the whole documentary. Like, yeah, they didn't kill some crocodiles, but then back to these tigers though.
Well, they don't call him the Alligator King.
The funny thing is, apparently me and Doughboy did a read for this show, this podcast, like 6 months ago, and completely forgot about it. I mean, completely. One of our patrons was like, yo, because we was like, what's up with Joe Exotic? They were like, you guys did a read for it. We were like, we did? Yeah. But the read was like, oh yeah, check out this guy, Joe Exotic. He owns tigers. It did not describe the guy we saw.
Wait, we read a Joe
hold on,
Exotic
hold on,
ad. We
hold on.
have to find that. We have
Oh,
to
boy.
find that.
Wait,
We read a Joe Exotic ad on our podcast, a separate read, and had no idea.
You're
This
saying
was-
somebody from Joe Exotic's team.
no, Wondery, the pod, you know, the ones that are like the criminal podcast, like Dirty
Oh,
John.
yeah.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
It was a documentary about Joe Exotic, not
I
produced.
thought you were like, Joe
okay.
Exotic's a big fan of ours. He's like, hey, if I can get on that Righteous and Ratchet, see if they give
You guys need to check out joeexotic.tv. They got some good stuff on there.
Joe was running a pod out of jail, like he's gonna drop a mixtape through the phone. He's like, you get one call. He's like, who you calling? I know just the person. Start the Patreon up.
Yo, I would not be
I feel
surprised if Joe could have got bailed out, bro. He would have got bailed out.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. But you know who the worst person in this entire film was?
Who?
I thought was the worst, most despicable person. It was Jeff. Jeff came.
Oh, yeah.
Jeff saw, he ruined it all. And then he got in trouble with the police. And then he was like, what, you got me? Yeah, I give you him. Like, didn't even make any sense.
Yeah.
When he called the dude, he was like, wait, you talking to the police? Why'd they call me? I'd love to talk to him. I know the first stuff to say.
He couldn't wait to snitch, though. He couldn't wait.
Absolutely, I'll tell them everything.
He called them and they're like, oh, we were about to call you. Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then the dude that gave him the FBI's phone number wanted to have half of the zoo. He was like, hey, man, I got you your deal. I should own part of the zoo. And dude was like, no, like, it doesn't work like that. They're just ridiculous.
It was just more and more levels of like utter ridiculousness. But I'm grateful, bro. It gave me 3 solid nights of just sheer mouth open, like, yo, this dude. I can't even rank the weirdness of it, but finding out that his 2 husbands weren't even gay was just probably the
I threw the remote in the air. I was like, what is happening? The hardest part, did you guys ever try to explain the show to anybody? It was the weird, because people would be like, what was that show you were talking about? I was like, it's the meth and the dudes and the tigers and they be doing it. There's a crazy
Drug Lord, Scarface dude.
cats and kittens. And we say, what are you?
I explained it very simply. I said, man, white people be crazy, bro. You got to check this out. This is the most white people be crazy thing I ever seen, bro.
I think it opened up the door for a lot of stuff too. I'm curious to see what's going to be next on Netflix. This is just the beginning.
I'm telling you, Kev, all of you guys, but Kev, and I'd love to hear your input on it. You have to see Tickled.
I'm going to watch it now. I'm all in for ridiculous. Bro, this is what's crazy. I think about this often. Like, we going about life, living our day-to-day, you know, going to work, traveling, and somebody's like, man, nah, I ain't working no 9 to 5. I'm starting me a tiger farm. I'm finna, you could pet them for $5, hold it for $3, you know, 20 minutes for $100. Bro, Doc was selling tickets for $600.
Nah, 600 because that's an important number. You know what else is important, Kev? Sleep.
How many abs y'all got?
The quality of your sleep affects the quality of your
I'm going to
daily
do that
life.
right now.
Better sleep, better you. That's why purple is so important. Now listen to this. A lot of people, I'll be telling them about my weight loss journey, me trying to lose weight. I really started knocking off the pounds when I started getting 8 hours of sleep a night. It just started making my body function better, and I can credit Purple Mattress for that. Now listen to this. The Purple Mattress will probably feel different than anything you've ever experienced because it uses this brand new material that was developed by an actual rocket scientist. It was not like the memory foam I'm used to. The purple material feels very unique because it's both firm and soft at the same time. So it keeps everything supported while still feeling really comfortable. Plus, it's breathable, so it sleeps cool. It ends up giving you this zero gravity-like feel, so it works for any sleeping position. 100-night risk-free trial. If you are not fully satisfied, you can return your mattress for a full refund. Backed by a 10-year warranty, free shipping and returns, free in-home setup, and old mattress removal. Now listen to this. You're gonna love purple. And right now, our listeners will get a free purple pillow with the purchase of a mattress. That's in addition to the great free gifts they're offering site-wide. Just text RR
Am I supposed to do
to
that?
84888. The only way to get this free pillow is to text RR to 84888. That's RR to 84888. Message and data rates may apply.
My bad, though. I was on mute. You feel me? Trev, we out here trying to get paid, baby boy.
Oh, yeah, I'm just jealous.
Come on, man.
I'm jealous.
But the messed up part about this whole thing was I feel like they wanted to get him so bad in the end that they just trumped up them. I don't feel like that.
No, it is actually illegal to threaten to kill someone and then send somebody across country with plans to do that. Like the dude Jeff was, yeah, that's actually illegal. No, hold on, and then I want to hear Dustin. They were like, Joe, would you do that? He was like, no. Cut the YouTube video. I'll shoot Carol Baskin. Boom, boom, boom. All the stuff blowing her up like, me? Did I say that?
The editing was phenomenal.
It was so good.
The editing was jokes in itself.
Yeah.
He was set up, man. It was Jeff.
It was definitely Jeff.
Because how come the guy that supposedly took the money to go kill him, he didn't get no time?
He
was
did
like, I
it.
just took his money and just drove down there. Okay, you go. But we'll prosecute him for giving you $3K.
Was, yeah, I took the money and then I wasn't going to do it. That was literally his whole defense. But
I bet he promised them to give information and he would let the feds take pictures with baby tigers.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Remember when Doc brought him to like the Senate and Congress? Like judges taking selfies with him and stuff. A power man, that'll get you out of jail.
I was like, they can't go against it now. They got the picture with the baby tiger. It's funny because they were like, hey, man, what do you think about this? Like, man, having baby tigers is wrong. He's like, you want to take a picture? They're like, yes.
Let me ask y'all this, because I was confused at this part. At the part that he married both of them dudes, can you get a three-person marriage in real life?
No.
So how did that? They were. Just,
I don't even know if gay marriage was legal. I don't even know if gay marriage is legal in Oklahoma.
And that
Joe Exotic, don't you question Joe Exotic? He does what he wants. He can marry a tiger if he wants.
It was like a female priest in a weird suit in this rec room, and even she started being like, "This isn't a traditional wedding." Even she had to acknowledge it.
But she's getting paid that good salami, so she's like, "All right, I do."
And what was
y'all,
up?
husband, and husband.
What was up with Joe trying to? What was up with Joe trying to drop fire tracks every now and again?
Man, listen.
Gotta get them streams up.
I that's what I'm saying. I can't even decide the weirdest thing about this dude, man. He's the most entertaining, and he's in jail for real right now. Like,
Yeah.
He's in big jail. Huh?
How long you locked up?
22 years.
Yeah, he's the only person that went to jail, but I feel like some more indictments should be coming down soon.
Oh, they getting Jeff up out of here.
Yo, he started singing like Nino Brown at the end of New Jack City. He was like, "Oh, y'all want to take your boy down? Everybody going with me. You understand me? Ain't just Nino Brown." He pointed out Christopher Williams in the courtroom. He gave up everybody.
Bro, Carol Baskin, first of all, she married old dude, killed him, lunch meat, married another old dude. And he wasn't like, he didn't, "Hey, man, what's up with your husband?" Man, don't worry about him.
Nothing.
That is the past. I don't ask about your ex. Yeah, but your ex died. So? That was last week.
But
and the family, like, her ex-husband's family was like, "She absolutely killed my dad. 100%.
And what did Joe say to the mother of his deceased husband to get her to come to the wedding of his new wedding?
Want some of this fire?
She was like, "Oh, okay, I'm in here." Oh, and that's another thing, dude. The other dude, his first husband, he had 3 teeth and nipple rings. I'm gonna need that to change. He could have one or the other, but not, how you got 3 teeth and then nipple rings and ridiculous tattoos?
Your tooth to nipple ring ratio has to be at least 1 to 10. 1 to 10.
My man out here walking a 1-to-1 ratio.
He had like
He got all fixed up. You seen him yet?
He had like one dead tooth in the middle, and it was just an ocean of gum.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Meth does destroy the teeth." And he
It's
was
a
like,
7-10 split. It was.
"Yo, I think the pettiest thing Joe did in all of the thing is change his company to Big Cat Entertainment."
Oh, that was
The logo.
It was like 9th grade petty level, and I love
I loved it. That's funny, yes. And use their like logo.
the logo, the blue eyes on the stuff.
Yeah.
He was a pretty smart man for what.
Oh my God, his petty knew no end.
That's why I don't buy it that like he went to actually go have her killed, like, because he was so, like, I don't want to say savvy, but he was like doing stuff like he was doing stuff that was like petty and childish. Like, it seemed like a crazy escalation, like, "No, I'll go get her killed now." You know, like,
Yeah. It was funny, yo, Dustin, when Jeff was like, "You can't use company money to buy political ads." He was like, "What? Why not? I work here."
He was like, "I can fix this." No, you can't. No, this was a weird documentary, and there were a bunch of weird moments. Nothing more weirder when his husband died and he started talking at the funeral. He was like, "Yeah, man, he just be walking around and put them balls in my face." I was like, what?
He was running a tight 5 at the funeral. He was like writing them down, like, "Oh, that one hit. I'll save it for my next husband." Yeah, that's it.
No, he was like, he put the balls in my face. He's like, "You guys know what he was like." They was like, "Yeah, man, he put balls in my face too." Yeah, man, everybody knows about Travis balls.
Like, what?
Travis balls been in my face more times than I can remember. You understand me? I miss those balls.
I mean, the funeral was under a 10. I didn't know there was much expectations after that. It was in at 10.
Dude.
his mom was there. His mom
was there. And your son wasn't even gay. And I love this ball. Miss him. Anyway, I got a new man over here, Dylan. I've been actually courting him for a little while, actually.
Check out my new hit single.
Bro, with the new track. Fire mixtape on the way, too.
Man, his grind was impeccable. You can't hate on that. His grind was insane.
This man man was letting you pet tigers in the mall. I was like, bro, what malls do y'all be going to? I never seen no baby tigers next to no Auntie Anne's. Like, let me get a wait. Are those baby tigers in the mall? Are you what? This seems a little dangerous.
The fact that Peter had to step in and be like, "Stop letting them let lions into your mall." Okay.
Oh, that's bad. That's
This is
bad.
America, damn it.
The kids. Okay. We got Santa Claus, the tigers. I'm sorry.
We're trying to have
a giant bunny rabbit in here, but not a tiger. Yes, sir. That's a paid actor for Easter. I want my lawyer.
Cupid in February. We got the Easter Bunny in April. We got nothing in the fall. Okay, it's a long way to Christmas. I need tigers in July. You understand me? The kids love them. I ain't never seen no baby tigers at the mall. Like, yeah.
Yo, remember when the tiger attacked Joe and nobody helped him?
And he's beating him with his cane.
They just watched.
They wanted him to die. He was outside of the gate with the camera like.
Cameraman just.
They were just eating their warm meat sandwiches. Like, hey man, he on his own out there, man.
Yo, he was like, and Carol Baskin probably put cologne on my shoes, sir. These are tigers first.
Like the fish oil. What was it?
It was fish oil.
Oh yeah.
Like that's such a random thing to know. Like she killed that. How do you guys think Carol's husband actually died? Do you think it was the meat grinder, or do you think he flew away and just ran?
Oh, she pushed him fish oil into a tiger cage, then put him in the meat grinder, and then killed the tiger, and then put the flower halo on and opened it up the next day.
The meat grinder scene was insane. They're like, yeah, my kids wanted a DNA test on this. I was like, yeah, we have a meat grinder at a tiger facility.
She was just so matter of fact about it. Like, oh, I've been accused of killing my husband. He just disappeared. He just went to a tiger gate and never came back. So I'm a murderer.
What's everyone so upset about? Where is your husband, ma'am?
And she never seemed upset about it. That was like, she'd be like, yeah, he went disappearing. Like,
her emotion was like this the whole way. It goes straight, laugh, straight.
Oh my God.
It is real bad.
The thing she was most mad about was the copyright infringement. That's what got Joe locked up. That's what took his money.
I know.
Why did he think he could just take the name and run with it? Just change it a little bit. Just shut up.
Yeah.
He's an idiot.
The thing of Carol's is they're like, Carol, your husband might be missing. And she's like, oh, all right. I'm going to go get his will.
Oh, and then she added in the event that he dies or disappears. And the lawyer's like, I've never seen that.
Wait, hold up. I missed that part. She did?
Yeah.
Didn't the guy, he wrote something.
5 years.
So what happened when he wrote something and gave it to that girl and was like, his assistant was like, if I go missing, give this to the police. And that was a week before he died.
I don't know if Carol got that, but she went in there and said that, or the assistant said that she was the only one that had access, but Carol legally went in and got all that stuff. And then when it showed up again, it had written in there that, that the guy supposedly said, if I die / disappear, then all my stuff goes to Carol. And like Dustin was saying, the lawyer's like, I've never seen disappear in a person's will.
I mean, it's like you said, Kev. I mean, they literally put Scarface in this documentary, and he looked chill. He looked reasonable.
Yeah.
Why is Scarface here?
And he admitted, I killed the DEA agent, basically, but I did my time. Now, Joe, they are crazy. You understand me? I just was a murdering drug dealer. These people in the tiger, it's crazy talk, man. That man said I stole drugs to feed my animal habit. I was like, man, what?
Yeah, there's no other film or movie where Scarface is the straight man.
Yeah.
Chill.
I stole drugs to supply my animal habit is the most ridiculous statement I've ever heard in my life. Because you want to endanger chimpanzee, you want to push snow in the streets?
Bro, the monkey thing. Remember at the end, Joe was like, on second thought, leaving the monkeys in the cage for 20 years probably wasn't right.
Oh, that got sad.
And he touched his head like that was going to make a miss, but I'm sorry, Bubbles. I'm sorry. They're going to lock me up. But
he was so sad, though. He was just like,
After episode 3, I think the whole show got really, really sad. Because 1 and 2, I was like, yeah, America guns, pow, 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 meth. And then 3, I was like, this is alarming. Oklahoma's a 2-hour flight from Los Angeles. This is very they could drive to LA right now.
It became a competition for what was the strongest drug on earth: meth, money, or pictures with baby tigers. Like
either or.
Meth sales are going through the roof right now.
And the funny part, they tried to conveniently slide in the drug usage on Joe Exotic at the end in like 2 minutes. Like, yeah, he was drinking, he was doing meth. But hey, man, let's talk about these tigers. Like, oh, bro, you was on meth?
Oh, they all. Bro, one of the dudes was high. The dude with the long hair at the end, he was high out of his mind. He couldn't even see what was
going. Yeah, he was nodding. Yeah, he was on it.
He just fell back like, bro, y'all know he's high on meth. They're like, of course we know. We were hoping to get this on camera.
Yeah, this really is a documentary about drugs. Because they even said that about the Hitman. They were like talking about his different stuff and his moves. And then they cut to the one guy and he's like, well, he was doing a lot of cocaine.
The messed up part was when Joe talked to the jury. He was like, yeah, man, I feel good, man. I talked to my jury. I sold them. They're going to have a hard time deliberating this one. They were like 45 minutes later, guilty. That's not even a lunch hour. That's just, he did it. He did it.
Judge was like, would you guys like to convene? And they're like, no, we're good. We can give it to you right now.
We actually don't even need to leave the room, Judge. We could just tell you. He did it.
Oh, my God. They just wanted to have lunch.
The handyman did the interview in the bathtub.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So weird.
Oh, my God.
What an iconic setting that is. He was just like, where do you want to do this interview? He was like, the bathtub.
Some of those characters never wore a shirt.
Nah.
Never. That was funny when the one guy was like, yeah, man, I had to get some dress clothes because I had to go to court. And then they cut to him and he had a long sleeve and cargo pants.
That's your dress-up clothes to cover up your better legs?
Like, what do you put on your resume after your tiger zoo gets closed down? What'd you do for the last 20 years? Listen, man, it was a whole. I fed warm meat to alligators and tigers, man. Just give me the job. I need this.
So to wrap it up, man, what was your guys' overall thought on the Tiger King as a whole? What was your overall thoughts?
White people be crazy, bro.
Crazier than I had known before.
You would never, ever see black people accumulate 227 tigers and say, and if you come take them, it's going to be Waco in here.
Yeah, I watched. My takeaway after watching 7 hours of that is I miss my family. What we about to do for a family reunion? There were some characters in there that I was like, oh no, that's Uncle Mike. I know.
In the building.
Yeah, if Uncle Mike had tiger access, absolutely.
Oh my God.
It just made me love my family.
Did you guys see this, by the way, real quick? The guy's got new teeth.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, I didn't even see the right. Your background messed it up.
He got them famous. He got them rapper teeth now.
He got the Cardi B. I got to back and fix my teeth.
Yeah.
My takeaway is pretty much same as you, Kev. White people are crazy.
Yeah, I agree on that note.
Don't bite the hand that feeds, Trevor.
By the way, watch Trevor's video. Trev made a video about Joe Exotic with his regular house cat. It was freaking hilarious. So follow him on what's your YouTube? Trevor Wallace Comedy?
Yeah, it's just Trevor Wallace. It's up everywhere. 8 million views, but it's something like.
Is it really 8 million?
It's something like. What y'all talking about? Something like.
This dude.
No, just across everything.
Let me tell you what, bro. Trev would ask me questions about the internet for like 2 years. Man, he turned on the Zoomies thing. He blew me away. Now I'm like, Trev, now TikTok. How do you upload the videos of the TikTok and do the challenges for the children? They're like, this man, Trev.
How do I do the?
Yeah, I want to. Do I do the Meg challenge? Savage, salty, cabbage. Do I do those or those for just women? Okay. Now, how do you get the TikTok subscribers, followers? What are they called?
I'm over here getting Joe Exotic numbers.
Those are good numbers, though.
Yo, but in order to make it in the social media game, you got to be like Joe. He was like, the dude was like, he would make 700 videos. They average 82 views. I got me a TV show.
Consistency right there. I can't wait for his TED Talk. It is going to be.
Oh, my God.
amazing.
So,
Speaking of 82 views, you can check out Dustin Nickerson on YouTube, and that's all there.
Dustin Nickerson is hilarious. Big Irish J, Trevor Wallace. I'm Kev on stage. You know Doughboy. Patrons, we'll see y'all later this week for the bonus episode. Everybody else, we'll see y'all next Wednesday. Peace.
Peace.